All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the second solo cast that I'm going to be posting here on Lag TV. This is brought to you by OzoneGaming.com, G2A.com, and ChairsForGaming.com. Starting up here in the top left position, we have Ma SC. I'm going to call him Mosk, because that's what I see when I see that. And down bottom right, we have Toad of Steel. Okay, do you guys remember Blades of Steel? That classic Nintendo game? Blades of Steel. Dun 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 dun. You guys must remember that shit. You know what I'm gonna do right now while absolutely nothing is happening? Blades of Steel. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just put you down memory lane. Here it is. Oh. You know what we're gonna do? We are gonna cast StarCraft to this motherfucking theme song. So, it looks like we've got a TVZ up in this bitch. Absolutely nothing is really happening. It's very, very early in here. So I guess I will let you guys know about actually, you know what? On the next cast, I will tell you guys about my funky dream that I had the other night. It was really, really bizarre, and it made absolutely no sense, and I will let you guys know on the next cast. I would have told it in this one, but the music definitely would not have set the tone correctly, so it is what it is. Two refineries now, I was going to say extractors, two refineries going down. I'm just so not used to seeing Terran here in the Lag TV community. It's usually Protoss or Zerg. Yeah, no, the guy in the chat that's asking, YouTube won't flag this. It's gaming related music, so it's all good. And if it does, well then whatever. I won't make $5 off this video. YOLO, this is the thing we do to bring back the nostalgia. It's real. The expansion is now going down here for Toad of Steel. He's going to collect some gas here, perhaps take those off once he gets 100 to get that metabolic boost. I'm just really not used to casting ZVT, so I'm not 100% sure really what the meta is at the time. I just don't watch enough StarCraft, but I'm working on it. But this is gold level, in case you guys don't know. I don't have the banners here at my house, but this is a gold level game. So I'm sure it's going to be pretty unorthodox. We are going to see this factory now. Probably going to pump out a couple of Hellions. Do some harassment damage. Immediately going to put up those supply depots. Going to drop down that reactor. I actually forgot the name of that for a second. I was going to say extractor. I don't know why I have extractor on my mind right now. But the reactor is going down, and he'll switch the factory up with this racks once this reactor's finished, so he can double pump out those Hellions. Probably will move out when there's 4 of them in total. Baneling's Nest now going down here for Toad of Steel. So it looks like he is not going to be messing around at all. He's going to try and bust the main here of Mask. No, okay, he is not going to switch these. He's going to go ahead and get a Tech Lab instead. Interesting. Thought for sure he was going to go into the Hellion route here. Second rack's just about to finish up here for a Terran player. Marine just kind of scouting around to see if there's any stray lings crawling around as natural, but sees nothing. Immediately goes back into his base, and we'll pop that back up just in case of a speed run by. What in the almighty tits? What was the point of this? I am fucking confused. What? Is there a specific reason why he decided to switch racks? Did he not know that he could build 2 Marines out of this racks with that reactor on there? Okay, sure. This guy is making me sound like I don't know what I'm talking about because his moves are actually messed up. That is some next meta shit right there. All right, he's gonna go ahead and grab another Tech Lab. Starport finishing up. This is gonna be a 1-base Terran versus a 2-base Zerg. It's going pretty light here on the drones. Still 25 drones to 24 SCVs with those 2 mules. So obviously, the income here for Mask is a little bit better than Toad of Steel because mules are OP. Alright, we're getting close. So we're going to see a Banshee waiting for the supply depot to finish because he's currently supply blocked. Meanwhile, down here in the Zerg's end, we do have a Lair finishing up. Gonna grab 2 Evos. This lets us know that he's gonna be grabbing some double upgrades for his ground. For some ground and pound. Alright, what is this Banshee gonna do? Good thing he's got his Evo here. He's gonna be able to put down some Spore Crawlers. It's gonna be much needed against these Banshees. Also, that Lair is a good timing on that as well, just in case he gets caught off guard by the Banshees. He's gonna be able to get an Overseer, and then the Queens will be able to pick him off. I would like to see some creep spread in between this main and natural here. Pretty slack on that. Finally, we're gonna see some Extractors. I've been wanting to say that all game, and now I'm saying it, and I mean it. 2 more Extractors going down here. This music is pretty epic right now. I really feel like this music could work for Terran. This is definitely some good Terran music, this Blades of Steel. Loving it. It's a good game, by the way. Quick story about Blades of Steel. When I was younger, probably 12 or 13 years old, I broke my arm. And, yeah, I was about 12. I broke my arm and went to the hospital, and it was a pretty severe break. They ended up putting it back in place, and they tried to knock me out, but I wouldn't go to sleep until they started popping it back in place, and then I fainted. And then when I woke up, the doctor came back in. I was in this room. It was dark. He turns on the light, and he goes, "Jeff, unfortunately, we set your arm incorrectly. We have to take off the cast and reset your arm again." So I immediately just fainted after hearing those words, like any 12-year-old would do after just going through hell and back. Speaking of hell and back, the Hellions are having a barbecue here with these Lings. These Hellions were hella late, though. If he wasn't messing around so much with those tech labs, could have had these Hellions out much sooner. The Banshee's dealing damage. But yeah, I was in the hospital. They reset it. I ended up having to stay overnight. And there was this young kid by the name of William. I don't know if I already told this story once before on Light TV or not, but anyway, we were sharing a room, and he ended up breaking his left arm as he fell off his bicycle. I broke my arm from falling down a flight of steps, and he had his right arm free, and I had my left arm free, and they had Blades of Steel in the hospital room, and that's all we played. And the way we played is he did the AB button, and I did the directional pad, and we worked as a team to defeat the computers. That was the last time I played Blades of Steel, when I was like 12 years old in the hospital. It's the only game they actually had, and it was a damn good time. These Banshees did a hell of a lot of damage. Finally, 2 mutas are going to clean this up, and Toad finds himself in a really sticky situation. This Terran's got a second command center, a shit ton of SCVs, full energy for mules. He's got a wall that is just not penetrationable. Penetrationable? Penetrationable. I think that's the word I'm looking for. You can't penetrate this wall, alright? It was like that chick I picked up one night at karaoke. She was not letting me penetrate. Whatever. It is what it is. You win some, you lose some. Alright. He's gonna go ahead and finally float this bad boy over now that he's got extreme confidence in doing so. Are we just gonna see like mass muta or something? How in the hell is Toad of Steel gonna get back into this? I don't know. The Blaze of Steel music is still going, and it's pretty epic. Alright, he's still got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mutas. Let me see. Units. Yes, 5 mutas, 2 queens, 15 marines, 3 tanks, 4 Hellions, a Viking. This is actually really, really bad for Toad. I'm going to be very impressed if he can somehow make it back in this game. Look, oh my god. Take a look at the income tab. That is 2,000 minerals a minute strolling in because mules are awesome. Oh my god. Impenetrable. Impenetrable. Everybody is trying to tell me how to say it. I don't know. It's like a tongue-twisting word for me. It is what it is. Penetrate. That's what I say. Penetrate all the things. Here comes the mutas. just in time. This is beautiful timing here. He needs to get rid of those SCVs that are building those missile turrets. What are you doing, you fool? No! No! Why would you do that? Holy tits. The Banelings are going to be wrecking face. There's a lot of bio down there, and these siege tanks, I do believe, are going to be out of range. Unless he just, like, goes through here, which would be dumb. He's going to want to go in through the mineral line. This might actually turn out. This might turn out okay here for Toad of Steel. Oh, the mutas. Gonna meet a missile turret. Missile turrets don't mess around with mutas. I'm gonna tell you that right now, straight up. They don't mess. All right, Blades of Steel. I wonder if I can sound like the Blades of Steel guy here. Let me see here. Yo, 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 yo. All right, here we go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Blaze of Steel. It is going to be the Los Angeles Kings versus Detroit Red Wings in a best-of-4 for the Stanley Cup.
I don't know. Were you guys feeling that? I don't know. My radio announcer voice, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you liked it, maybe you didn't. I have no idea. I'm trying to fill in some commentary here while absolutely nothing is happening except for my pedo stash that I'm growing out for Movember is getting longer by the minute. Holy tits. These Hellbats will be able to melt these Banelings and Lings very, very quickly. Meanwhile, Toad of Steel gonna go ahead and grab a third. You know what? Masks could have won this game if he would have just taken everything and just counterattacked once he killed Toad of Steel's natural. Like, he did so much damage with those Banshees. He really could have just went in and finished this. He didn't actually kill the hatchery, but he pretty much killed everything that was here. All the drones, all the Lings and everything else that he had here. The Queen was dead. Pretty much, he could have just picked all of his shit up and went down and won the game, but he definitely lets Toad of Steel back into this. Wow, that wasn't suspect at all. How did you not notice that? There's like 4 of them. Just, thank you. Oh, so sour. So sour. Is he gonna try and burrow some random Banelings here and try and get this crazy bust off? I don't know if it's gonna work. Toad of Steel, though, starting to really catch up. 96 supply to 105. Yeah, as Gank Hiskan says in my chat, this mask guy is getting supply blocked non-stop, and I think that is really what is bringing him, bringing Toad back into this game, is the fact that he just keeps getting supply blocked and he can't build units. Like, look at this. If you have 3 of those in your base, uninstall StarCraft. All right, you should not have 3 extra supplies in your base. That is a huge tell of just terrible food sense on your behalf. So if you're watching this, Masks, uninstall this game. You're bad. I'm just joking. We still love you. I'm just poking fun. No, but seriously, uninstall this game. You should never have 3 of those. All right, gonna grab that third. Planetary Fortress going up. Ay, ay, ay. I feel like we are in this for the long motherfucking haul. So much so that I'm gonna put it into 2x speed. Because we are 20 minutes into this game, and a whole lot of nothing has happened except for that one engagement, and now we are just sitting around for 15 minutes waiting for an attack to go down. Still, we're at 2x speed right now, and this army is not moved. All right, here comes the Mutalisk, dealing enough DPS now that they're going to be able to take out those missile turrets. Probably actually could have stayed a little bit longer. I feel like he might have actually been able to clean up. Oh, God. Oh, God, no. No, that was terrible. He could have stayed there and probably cleaned up all of those Marines, SCVs, tanks, obviously the Hellbats, everything there, and force these units to come over to the natural before he had to retreat. But no, he decided to kill 2 missile turrets and then run into the worst army that he could have possibly ran into. And here we go. Oh, shit. The last Baneling's getting rid of the majority of the bio ball, and now the mutas are going to be able to come in here and get rid of these Thors. They're not spread out that well, but there is definitely enough DPS there. Now the Lings are coming in to pick at their feet, and everything is gonna go down, and just like that, a huge bust happens. And this Maths guy is in a world of shit. He is in up to his neck. Speaking of shit, man, my dog, we put him on some new dog food. Holy shit, man. He had the Hershey squirts today like something fierce. Whenever we put Thor on some new food, his stomach goes, It was a bad scene. It was not a good time. You know what? Fuck it, because absolutely nothing is happening. We're going back into the announcer voice.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Blades of Steel. Here comes the Zerglings now, making their way down to the natural expansion of Mass. Meanwhile, all the Mutalisks are going to get rid of this tank. No, it's not. Psych. Gonna go back in. Now gonna lose 2 Mutas because of that error. Gonna go into a missile turret now. The Mutalisks not gonna want to pick that fight. Now very low on several of those Mutalisks. Gonna have to fly away and regenerate the health. I have no idea why Blizzard decided to add in extra regen for Mutas. They were already OP as it is, but now they are just beyond OP. But don't worry, Legacy of the Void shall change everything. Probably not, though, but I am just praying and hoping that Swarm Host and Mutalisk die off the face of the planet. I am extremely biased because I am a Protoss player. Blades of Steel. Yeah. We are now 24 minutes in the Stanley Cup Final between Los Angeles and Detroit Red Wings. And the Mutalisks are now going to be killing pretty much everything. And there it is, the GG